on the field, I mean, it is a fascinating quarterback room there. How would you – and we just played a cut from Lane where he said Jaxson Dart has thrown one interception all spring, which is an incredible improvement for him. How would you handicap this?
I think it's Jaxson Dart's job, probably, period. I certainly would say Jaxson Dart's job to lose. He has had a good spring. He has been better in terms of decision-making. I think the thing that we have to remember was last year was his first year in the SEC, but he's a household name because he was at Southern Cal, and he started games and had success there, and then he transfers out with the coaching change and all of those things. And so he was still a young quarterback last year. He had 20 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, ran it pretty well. But I think if the coaching staff is really being honest with you, they would tell you you can go back and kind of pick apart the film, and he missed a lot of things. And so, you know, in terms of reads or, you know, sticking to one receiver or whatever that happens to be. So he's gotten a little – I'm going to do the bigger, stronger, faster thing, right? You know, he's gotten a little bigger. He's gotten a little stronger in the offseason. I don't know if he's any faster. Continuity at quarterback matters, though. But, yeah, you talk about the room, right? I mean, so Walker Howard is the quarterback of the future, or at least they believe he is. Highly decorated, lot of arm talent. His arm talent is akin to that of Matt Corral's from a couple of years ago, but he's young and needs to get bigger and stronger. And will, I think, grow into that role. I mean, there was a reason that LSU wanted him as badly as they did and got him, but then it turned into a numbers game there, and he didn't want to be a third-team quarterback again. My expectation is that he's going to be the backup. Regardless of what happens, Jaxson Dart, Spencer Sanders, and then Spencer Sanders is the wild card in this thing, right? I mean, you bring a guy like that in, you expect him to play, but that means he's got to beat out Jaxson Dart, and if he doesn't, is he going to hang around? I don't know the answers to that. Different type of quarterback a little bit than Dart is. Spencer Sanders, you know, maybe a little quicker to get outside the pocket, wants to make plays with his feet, but he's the second all-time passer at Oklahoma State. I mean, he's a really accomplished quarterback, but he's been limited in the spring, right? He's got a shoulder injury and hasn't thrown much. And so if that was a competition that was supposed to really heat up now and carry its way through the summer, Spencer Sanders, by all accounts, has got a lot of ground.
I mean, second all-time passer at Oak State's nothing to sneeze at. No joke. No. I mean, under Gundy, they have thrown it all over the field.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you're the second all-time leading passer at Oklahoma State under the age of 30. What was that guy in 2011?
Brandon Whedon was like he was a 40-year-old out there.
Yeah, Whedon was in his 30s when he was leading Oklahoma State to that great year. I'm glad to hear that about Jaxson Dart, because when Spencer Sanders came in, I said a lot of times, what was wrong with Jaxson Dart? I thought he was pretty darn good last year for Ole Miss. So I'm glad he's having a great camp, and I'm glad he's in the mix. And I hope he keeps the job. I sort of like that. I sort of liked him running the team.